This is Craig Howard. Kind of a cold morning out this morning, but I'm just outside my house. Not going to be here for very long. But I looked out the window this morning and I saw this old doghouse. Erin and I built it when she was little. We built it for our dog Hoover. The weather hasn't been very good to it. The sun and the rain been hard on it over the years. But doesn't much matter. Hoover never used it anyhow. He would never get in it. In fact, he did more burrowing underneath it than he did getting in the doghouse. But the weather and the different things around have been kind of unforgiving to it, and it made me think about something. It made me think about how the world naturally, that people naturally, that nature naturally is a pretty unforgiving place. And that's why Jesus' direction to us to be forgivers was so unique. The snow's starting to come down now. It's not going to forgive me in doing this. But that's why Jesus' direction for forgiveness stands out so much. Forgiveness isn't something that comes easy to us. It's not something that comes natural to us. It's something that we resist. How many of you have ever prayed the Lord's Prayer? There's a place in the Lord's Prayer. If you've prayed this prayer, you've prayed this. There's a place in the Lord's Prayer that says, forgive us our trespasses, or forgive us our debts, depending on which translation you use. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. In other words, it says, God, forgive us the same way we forgive others. In other words, if I'm not willing to forgive, if I'm not willing to be a forgiving person, then I'm basically praying and saying, God, don't forgive me either. I can't tell you how many times I've prayed that prayer. I spent time with a group of people last night who are angry at one another. Well, they represent a group that's angry at one another. And I pled with them to find a way to reach a point of forgiveness. I don't know if they're going to or not. But the point is, when you don't forgive, things just get destroyed. When you don't forgive, all that happens is hurt. Nothing ever gets any better. Nothing ever gets any stronger. Nothing ever lasts any longer. It just destroys. I'm thinking Jesus knew a little something that maybe we don't always recognize and don't always know, and that is that forgiveness is something that's very important in our life today. Maybe today, as you're watching this, there's somebody that's hurt you, somebody that's offended you, and you're angry at them. And I understand forgiveness is so hard. But I want to challenge you this morning. The Bible says, be kindly affectionate to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another. And here's the kicker, even as God, for Christ's sake, has forgiven you. You've been forgiven. You've been the recipient of forgiveness of God and of others. If God can forgive us, if God can forgive me, how can I not also be willing to forgive? I don't want to be the agent of destruction in somebody's life. I'm going to work as hard as I can to find a forgiving spirit in me, no matter how badly I've been hurt by somebody. And you know what? It feels good to forgive. It feels good not to see your life cause destruction. Think about that today as you go throughout your day. Just something you can think about. I got to get back inside before I turn white with snow. I'll turn into a snowman out here. You have a great day. God bless you. Let me hit the off button.